All right, Minorcan Navy, here we go. We're going to take a trip here and visit Darien, Georgia, and we're going to stop and have a chat with Linda Humphreys, and she's going to tell us about the Kit Jones. Well, hey guys, I'm here in Darien, Georgia, and I'm here with Linda Humphreys, who's kind of the director here of the Arts Association for the area?
Yes, Macintosh Art Association.
All right. I'm coming by, and I've been noticing this now for, it's been some months.
Since July 25th.
All right,
that
here
was
we
the big
go.
moving day.
And there's a shrimp boat, an old shrimp boat that's here, and it's just right alongside Highway 17. And you guys are in the process of kind of restoring this boat back to its original form, if you will. And I say that because this boat, looking at the history of this thing, it's had many different lives.
Yeah, it certainly has. It was built on Sapelo Island by R.J. Reynolds. It was a service boat for him, ferry transport. He even took his 1940-something Woody wagon over to Sapelo Island.
Up on there?
It was sitting sideways on there.
Wow.
But it became a marine vessel later. UGA, University of Georgia Marine Institute. It was in service to them. From there it went to Mississippi University in service to them as a marine vessel. So it's had a lot of iterations.
Now, a lot of you guys might not know, but Darien, Georgia, this area, we're in McIntosh County, and this area that's here is really a hub for commercial fishing in the state of Georgia. And this is a living bit of history. This boat, 58 feet long and constructed in 1939, and it's traveled all the way over to the Gulf Coast to Mississippi for a while, isn't that right, Linda?
Yes.
And then it got brought back, and they're in the process of restoring this. This still is a work in progress, and they actually have some of the rigging that's on the other side of the boat. We'll show that to you in a second. But what they've done here is to be able to bring this in and show people what these commercial boats look like. This boat is a wood boat, and you just don't. That art is just slowly slipping away, almost to the point it's extinct in commercial boat construction. I think nowadays they're mainly steel or fiberglass or something like that. But this thing is just, when you come by and you see it, you have to do a double take, because is that a shrimp boat that's over there? You know, it's kind of neat. And you guys got big plans for this thing. You guys are going to get finished. And yep. I saw on the display that you're going to have kind of turn this into it's going to be a historical park.
Yeah, it's going to be a park. They have a lot of plans for it. It's actually a project being orchestrated by an organization called Friends of Kit Jones. They have a website called Save the Kit Jones. They're selling commemorative bricks where you can buy a brick that helps them pave the park. So check that out. That's a good, worthy project that's going to turn this into a nice little area.
Can we go inside and look at some of the display
Sure.
you guys got in there? Guys, let's go in. And this building, this is the original jail for Macintosh County. It in itself is a historic building. I don't know where, this doesn't look like a cell, but of course, the displays guys, they put it together on this project. And some of the stuff that they've got in here is just really, really cool. You can see the different kinds of forms that the boat actually took back in the day. And it was I think a tugboat at one time, a fireboat, isn't that right?
Yeah, it was a fireboat during World War II. It was taken over by the Coast Guard and painted red and served as a fireboat, and then once its service was done, it was given back to the Sapelo Plantation Incorporated.
Y'all got a case over here that's got some of the bits and pieces of the original boat. Look at this, guys. You can see some of the original wood there, and the nameplate, Kit Jones, and some of the hardware that would have looks like the keel and some of the other parts and some nails and stuff there.
And we are expecting a steel door to be added to our exhibit pretty soon.
What a fantastic project. Living history that is it's slipping away.
It is.
This is slipping away, and what you guys are putting together is very commendable. And not only that, we guys look back over here and they've got some of this artwork that's been done on this vessel. Isn't this just look at this stuff going on over here?
Yeah, we challenged our local artists from Macintosh Art Association to come up with their own paintings of Kit Jones or things pertaining to her, so that we could have an exhibit along with the historical information.
Now, some of the stuff that's really, really fascinating to me is right over here on this wall here. This display, I've got a little glare right here. I apologize for that. But this is a lot of the historical paperwork that kind of followed this boat along. Really neat, original documentation pieces right here. How about this? This comes back from 1939. Original specifications of the boat, what it was an oil screw boat. Fascinating stuff here, guys. And more to come. Well, what's the timeline, Linda, on the project that you guys got going on here? Do y'all have any a time where you guys are thinking you're going to have all this done?
Well, this exhibit is going to be in place here October through November. We do have an exhibit coming up, a reception coming up, which is November 16th from 5 to 7. We have commemorative posters very similar to this that we're going to be selling, we're currently selling, that will, the proceeds will go between Macintosh Art Association and the Friends of the Kit Jones, benefit both organizations. So come out for the spotlight reception on the 16th from 5 to 7 and enjoy the show.
Guys, and you don't see these kind of wooden boats anymore, and it's very commendable to you and the friends that are kind of going through this thing.
Well, it's definitely an exhibit we want to keep here. So after its time in the spotlight gallery, we're going to move it upstairs and have a permanent room to make it part of our permanent display at the Old Jail Art Center.
Linda, thanks for your time and thanks for having us here today.
Thank you.
Well, hey guys, thanks for joining us here on our little field trip up to Darien, Georgia, and take a look at the restoration project of the Kit Jones. A living piece of history, and it's very, very interesting to see the different roles that this one particular vessel has taken on in its lifetime, and how many more generations will continue to enjoy it. Thanks for joining us, and you guys be safe out there.